Hi guys, welcome to this video. In this video I'll be telling about what Windows Azure is and how it makes use of cloud computing as its platform. But before we move forward to Windows Azure, I'll explain you what cloud computing is, because you really need to know what cloud computing is before you go on and understand what Windows Azure is, because Windows Azure uses cloud computing as its backbone, its platform. So cloud computing. If you're hearing this term cloud computing for the very first time, some questions might be striking you like, do we have to be sitting on the mountains with computer in our hand, sitting in the clouds, to access it, or do you have to be flying in an aeroplane to access it with the computer? I mean, since it is cloud computing and since the term implies itself cloud computing, does it work when it's sunny, when there are no clouds around? Questions like this strike one's mind whenever she hears this term cloud computing for the very first time. So what exactly it is? Well, in a cloud computing, how it works is, you put your website on a cloud server just like you're putting it on a dedicated server now, and have people start visiting your website. Now, if you need more servers, if the load on your site increases, you just put on more servers. So listen, the basic thing here is you're getting your computing power as much as you need it, as much as you require from the cloud itself, and your customers won't even feel any difference at all. And if the load decreases, you can decrease the servers instantly and easily. So the thing here is that now cloud computing offers you three awesome things. The first being scalability. You need one server, you need two servers, you can need three servers. You can always scale up, you can always scale down. The second thing being instant. It's quite instant. You require it, switch it on. You don't require it, switch it off. And third thing is, it's cost effective. You pay for what you use, as I just said. So now the bigger question here is, how do we use it? I mean, you can't touch a cloud physically. I mean, I can, so I'm sure you can't either. I mean, how can you? So how do we do it? Well, it's also quite simple. Actually, you can access your cloud server by accessing your own personal computer. You can multi-access your cloud server by accessing your computer and can put whatever you want, like your website, be it your software, be it any piece of code or whatever thing you're working on your website directly. So the basic thing of cloud computing here is, it doesn't let you focus on the hardware. It makes your mind to go off from hardware, and so that you can focus more on your software substance, like the website you're working on, the software you're working on, so you don't have to focus on hardware. So this is the basic of cloud computing. This is about cloud computing, and I'm sure you understood it, and you're ready to go on further and know what Windows Azure is. So Windows Azure, as I said, Windows Azure is completely cloud-based, which means that everything open on it on the computer is not on the computer itself, except the web browser, and that makes this operating system so cool. The computer starts working very fast, and the multitasking becomes very fast, and the execution becomes very fast. This is an actual operating system on which the files doesn't reside on itself, and it's very cool that you can access all files. And here I must tell you, and I should tell you that the files you're going to access are not on your computer hard drive. In fact, there is no hard drive at all. Yeah, the computer which is going to have this Windows Azure operating system won't be having any hard drives at all. Of course, there would be RAM, random access memory, as today 1 GHz, 2 GHz, but there would be no hard drive. There would be, of course, SkyDrives. The files which you are going to access will be on the SkyDrive. So this was Utsav Garg explaining to you what Windows Azure is and how it works on its cloud computing platform.